Hey everybody, this is Dr. Perry from the Pain Laser Center and from Stop Chasing Pain. I'm here with my man Chris Flores at Flow Fitness here at his facility. We're going to show you a really cool thing that I do to assess clients on their inner core strength. And I'm a big fan of chop and lift movement patterns. That's where you're using either bands or medicine balls or cables to chop and lift on diagonal patterns to train your inner core and rotational type of movements. So I got a lot of this from my mentor Gray Cook. Some really cool things on my website that you can read about that. And we're going to demonstrate here with Chris. And you can do this with every single one of your clients. It's a real simple way to evaluate where they may have some weaknesses as they do it. We're going to demonstrate both sides here. We're going to mimic a chop and lift pattern for him as we go along. So, you ready?
That's good. Yep.
All right, man. So let's have you face out towards this way. What Chris is going to do is, it's going to be in a half kneeling position where his knee's down here, and then this foot is going to be coming in line with the knee here, so the heel is in line with the knee. And a lot of people may struggle with this already, where they don't have some balance. If they can't balance that way, just take them a little bit back off center to where they feel a little bit more comfortable and you can still do the test. And what I'm actually going to look for in this position on him is he straight here, or a lot of people actually be a little bit flexed forward if they're very quad dominant, because it won't let them stretch up and around. And sometimes if they're quad dominant, they may actually lean a little bit to that side to shorten it up. So even just looking at that, I want to call you, tells you a lot. So I'm going to evaluate his core in a chop and lift type of pattern. And what I'm going to have him do to have him engage his inner core is this pretty cool thing that two things that you can do that automatically engages your core without you thinking about it is one, raise your hands over your head and you'll feel your core engage right away. Okay? Two, squeezing something between your knees. Boom, the core engages right away. So that's why Pilates does a lot of work with a Pilates circle. Those two moves will engage your core without you even having to think about it. Okay? So, now this is what we're going to do here is, and I have Chris put his hands up over his head to engage his core. He's going to interlace his fingers and bring them straight down in front like this in front of him. And then I'm going to mimic a chop and lift pattern with sustained pressure just to see how well he can balance that. So, Chris, I'm going to push down diagonally like this, and I want you to resist that movement, okay? 1, 2, 3. Resist. See how he goes? Okay?
Damn.
Yeah.
Try again.
All right, we'll give him another shot. Okay? And hold. Good. So I'm going to go up this time, and I'm going to show you what I can do a little trick to help him hold that a little bit better. So we're going to go up as a lift pattern. So 1, 2, 3, resist. Okay? And you can see I was stronger that way. But a cue that you can give somebody is most people don't use their glute muscles, their butt muscles, the way that they should. And they're trying to stabilize mostly with here. But you got to remember that your glutes and your lower part of your body is a big part of your core. So what I have him do, if he was weak going that way, which he was, and he may have cheated already and done that, because I showed him ahead of time, is I'm going to ask him just to drive his right knee into the floor. Push his knee into the floor, and you feel that right glute get tight, okay?
Yeah.
Feels tighter?
I feel my hip flexors so tight.
Yeah, so he's probably got some tight flexors. Two arms overhead.
Yep.
Come down, straight in front. Really squeeze that glute, drive that knee in, and now resist. Okay, good. So he's better, but he's still got some weaknesses that I would go on, but you can see a difference. So let's switch sides and see how he does. Good. Leg comes in front, heel in line with the knee. Look for the same pattern here. If he bends forward or if he rotates, because you got two sides. You got to look at them both. Up and over, down and side. Okay, and we're going to do a chop pattern first. I'm going to come down this way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, hold. Going over. Okay.
Damn.
You got to do some chopping, my man. Okay.
More chopping.
Arms up. Come down. And now we're going to go up to a lift. 1, 2, 3. Resist. Good. So he's pretty good there. So let's see if we can even train him to do a little bit of glute activation here. So drive that knee into the floor. Really squeeze that glute. Arms overhead. Come down in front. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Resist. Good. Better. Still this side is weaker. Okay. And what I would do for him is, one, definitely get him on a little bit more of a cross-body chop and lift for this side, but you can see that that's something that would glare at you, that you do a little bit more on one side than the other until they get even. And it's going to teach him to fire that glute before he moves. Maybe even get him on some glute activation drills and stuff before he trains up. So, you know, what you might actually do is, I'm going to turn off the camera, we're going to put you through 2, 3, all right. We're back. We just put Chris through about 3 different glute activation drills, did a little foam rolling on that glute and hip, and we're going to recheck him, and hopefully if all goes well, he's going to be a little bit better. All right. So arms overhead, come back down, and then push that knee in, fire that glute. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go down and hold. Yeah, because I'm putting a good amount of pressure in there on him. So he felt a lot different. Felt a lot different, right?
Yeah, definitely felt a lot different.
So that just goes to show how important it is to really get some movement and motion in the glute. Open up that hip, get movement in there. I'll get out any trigger points that you have and just teach that glute medius and minimus how to engage and hold your hip. Good job, man.
Like you said.
Now you got to do the other side. All right.